So when we had gone to the wedding in South Dakota, I was on this like mad hunt for the same nylons that I had worn for Emily and Sparky's wedding, and we went all over, could not find them, and then come to find out that yeah, they just don't even make those anymore. I couldn't even find them online. Anyway, in that like mad hunt, I ended up getting some shapewear to wear underneath my dress, obviously, underneath. And I had to just kind of like, we were already on our way to South Dakota, so I had to buy what I could find. And so I bought a couple different sizes because you can't try that stuff on in the store. And then when we got to the hotel room, I realized that I am not a medium in shapewear. So the medium, because you know, they didn't have like every size. So some things had a medium and then a double extra large, or they had a large and an extra small. So I was like, okay, so I bought kind of a variety, not sure how it was all gonna fit. And yeah, the medium doesn't fit. So luckily I got that at Walmart, so I can just return it here. So I'm gonna return that. Peter needs some socks. I'm not really sure what's going on with that boy, but holy cow, is he growing. I mean, I've already had 3 boys before him, so it seems like I should just like get this, that that's what happens to boys, but wow. Like last week he wore a pair of pants to church, and then this week I was gonna have him just wear those same pants, and he's like, they don't fit. I'm like, what do you mean they don't fit? You just wore them last week. And sure enough, I'm like, well, let's go back and figure this out. So I go back, I'm like, these don't fit. And so, yeah, he is just growing so fast. So his socks do not fit. I'm almost thinking I'm gonna have to get a men's, like smaller sock. I don't know, we'll see what we can find. I'm gonna get and I am going to do my household haul as well. So I know this is a long introduction and we will get into the store here in a sec, but one thing is that I do want to share with you guys is that we did decrease our envelope for kind of like my household budget, just because with Amber moving out, although I mean she bought most of her own health and beauty stuff anyway, but you know, she was using things of ours like toilet paper and cotton balls and Q-tips and just, you know, laundry soap and stuff like that. But I am so amazed every time somebody moves out how much less we use of different things. So I took $20 out of that budget and we just like sent that straight over to savings. We always pay ourselves first in the month. I mean, we pay ourselves in church first, and then from there, you know, then we divide out the money for food and clothing and household needs and vacations and, you know, stuff like that. But we do always send our money off to our savings account first, because otherwise, you know, if you do the thing where you say, well, I'll just put whatever's left, I mean, really, I don't think any of us would really have any left just to kind of throw into savings. So yeah, so we did that. So I'm just kind of dropping down a little bit, but that is mainly what I'm going to do today, is do the household shopping, and I'm going to get a little bit of groceries too, just a few things. All right, so this was not on my list, at least not written on my list, but I have been wanting to get some new towels. We have a lot of towels still left over from like my bridal shower, which is kind of funny because that was like 24 years ago, and they're pretty threadbare, as you can imagine. And I'm looking at these, but I really wanted the navy blue, although if I'm going to bleach, I feel like I should go with the white, which of course, well, they have these up here. All right, I'm going to settle on 2 of these darker gray. They have the, whoops, they have the darker gray and they have the lighter gray, and these are only $4 a piece, so I'm gonna pick up a couple of those. I do want to give you guys a pointer with pull-ups. So if you're having a problem with leaking at night, one thing that is working like probably 95% for us is we put one on forward and we put one on backwards, and it just seems like that little bit snugging up, I mean, this is for Joe, you guys know, snugging up to his body just seems to really help so it doesn't leak. It has been amazing. I have not washed his sheets. Well, I actually had to wash them today, but before that we had 4 nights in a row where it did not leak through. So in my book, that is a huge win. They had a pretty good display of this. This is just the Wet n Wild. It's a fast dry top coat, supposedly in 40 seconds for $2.50. So I'm going to give that a try. And then these SC Expressies. I really like these polishes too. I like these just equally to the Sally Hansen Insta-Dries. It's just some different colors, so that's why I chose this one. So I'm looking at some different options for shipping out the cookbook, and so I'm going to just try a couple of these with a sample cookbook that I have at home and see how those work, if they fit well. I just am not sure what direction I want to go with this. I guess it depends on what it fits in best. I'm thinking right now that this is going to be the best one. Alright, I'm on my way to boys' socks. And of course I saw the clearance signs. I am such a sucker for stopping at the clearance things. And is this not the cutest jean jacket? My boys, we just don't need any coats. We just do not. But those are so cute. They have them in corduroy, which, yeah, nobody would like those. And then they also have these vests, I think, for $3. No, $7. Aren't those cute too? Gal. All kinds of jean jackets here for boys. I'm gonna have to talk to... Oh, these are only $4. Only $4. These are cute too. These are like a set. You get a shirt. Let's see, is that long sleeve or short sleeve? You get a short sleeve shirt and a little fleecy jacket for just $9. Those are cute. It comes in black too. All right, so I'm still on my way to socks here, and I ran across this clearance. These are the same socks that I had gotten, both Peter and Joe and Maria, and now they have them on clearance for $3. We just don't need any more. But boy, they really, really like these socks. They wear them all the time. But I did see these little socks. And little Colt, most of his socks, Emily always says, are too tight. He has the thickest little legs. They're so pudgy and cute. She's going to be babysitting for Joseph tomorrow. So I think I'm going to pick these up and take these to her. These are also on clearance for $3. Okay, so I'm just scanning socks here. Yeah, I'm thinking that this is the set I'm going to go with. These seem a little bigger than these, even though they're both size large. But I just feel like some of these colors just seem a little, I don't know. I think the white would get very dirty for Peter. And he really wants them to have a little bit of an ankle. Okay, seriously, what is going on here? All I want is a bottle of dishwashing soap. So you guys know, forever, I've been using these pods. Well, I'm not sure if that's been the problem or what, but things have not been coming clean in our dishwasher. We've been having some problems with even the little flap opening. And a friend of mine said hers was doing that, and she went to, oh, here we go. And she went to some of the, she went to some liquid. Look at that. And it's been working better. So I have used one bottle. This will be the second bottle. I can't say it's been great, but it is working. If I at least run it through 2 cycles, the dishes seem to be getting clean. So that's what we're doing for now. So another thing I was going to mention to you guys is that this would be the time where I would normally do my once a month great big grocery haul, bringing home somewhere around $400 or $500 worth of groceries. But I just don't need to. It is crazy how I do not need to do a great big grocery shop. How am I going to get those back there? I'm going to have to think about this for a second, because that's as far as I can reach. I guess I should have brought some kids with me, huh? So there's really only a very few items that I need. Milk, some Caro corn syrup. before I head off to pick the kids up from religious ed, I did want to just mention to you quickly about just a little bit about budgeting. And you know, as your family changes size, whether it increases or it starts decreasing, you know, it's okay to change the amounts, you know, just really to fit what's working for your family at this time. You know, not to just be like, well, we have to increase just because we want to. But if there's like a serious reason, like a real reason, it's okay. And also, this is a reminder to myself that as our household numbers start to shrink, it's also important for us to meet our own financial goals to start pulling money out of those accounts. Because if we were able to do it with like 9 people and a certain amount, we surely should be able to do it for 6 people with, you know, a certain amount of money. Granted, there's inflation and all that kind of stuff, but you know, it's just important, I think, to, you know, a budget is not something that you just set and once and then it's just done forever. You do have to revisit it. Typically, Warren and I will revisit it about once a year or twice a year. You know, like when something major happens, like for this one, you know, when Amber moved out, it was like, okay, we're now into the next kind of monthly cycle here. We need to evaluate where our money is going and make some wise decisions that way. And so, or, you know, if, you know, other times that it would be a good idea to revisit a budget is if somebody in the household gets a new job, obviously, and starts, you know, earning an income. If somebody loses a job, if, you know, one person gets a pay raise, or, you know, you bring a baby into the home, or somebody moves out, or, you know, different things like that. They really do, it really does kind of play into the monthly budget. And so that's really all I wanted to say, was just to kind of encourage you to look at your monthly budget and really just work at making wise decisions. And sometimes just having like a specific financial goal is very helpful. I know when our kids were younger, and I think it was Emily and Nick, and I can't remember if Amber was in on this too, but they wanted to get new bikes, and so we said we would match them dollar for dollar. And so we searched out what it was that they were looking for, and then they made a little chart with squares, and every time they added another dollar to that envelope for the bike, they would cross off that square, and they knew they were that much closer to getting their bike. And so it works really well for adults too, to do something like that, you know, to just kind of have like an envelope maybe that has a certain amount on it, like let's say $1,000, and you just keep putting into that until you reach that amount. And then maybe you had that set aside for, you know, an emergency fund, or maybe you had it set aside for, you know, maybe something else that would be even more fun than that. But anyway, although being prepared is really actually quite fun when you're like this age. So, all right, I have to go and get the kids, and I think we'll just continue this when we get home tonight. We're going to have some pizza. We'll see what else comes. But I did want to just pop in really quick and give you guys a peek at some of the products, some of the clothing that are available from BelleLily. That is an online website where you can, you know, purchase all kinds of, I'm going to say, like discount priced clothing. Everything there is very, very reasonably priced. BelleLily sent me, I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 10 things. And so they let me pick out 10 items, and I wanted to give you guys the best overview. So I picked out items in lots of different categories. First off, let's start with the earrings here. These are the very, very popular earrings out right now. All these different leather shaped earrings, and I just thought those were so cute for Valentine's Day, and it's fun to have something kind of you know, just kind of bright and cheery for February and, you know, leading up to Valentine's Day. And we're going to get a lot of snow here coming up in a couple days, so it just kind of is fun to have something sort of cheery. I did also get these little slippers. So these are fun, very, very fuzzy little slippers here. Let me show you the bottom of them. Again, they just have, well, they have a rubber bottom. I've been wearing them ever since I got them today. They're very fun. I picked up this for Amber. She loves Dunkin' coffee, and this is a night shirt. And so I thought that she would find this pretty fun. And I don't know all the fabrics because I don't see tags inside of these, but I know if I went to the website, I could find out the fabric that these are made of. And yeah, nice quality. I liked it. This shirt here is probably my favorite one. It's very, very soft, and it has, you know, kind of like this baseball style kind of striping, or maybe you just call this like collegiate striping. I don't know. But anyway, the white part is a little thin, and the sleeves are a smidge long on me, but how I'm going to wear it is how I almost wear all my long sleeve shirts, which is kind of hiked up a little bit into 3/4 length. The color, at first I was like, oh, that was different than what it looked like on the website, but I do really, really like it. It's really soft. I really like this shirt. Now, I was a little concerned thinking that all of these clothes were going to be sized very tiny. I got this in an extra large, as I did actually a lot of things, and I really feel like I could have stayed with a large on most, I think on everything, and it all would have been just fine. So I don't think that it's necessary to actually size up with this company. Now, I did buy this dress because, like I said, I wanted to give you guys, you know, a really good review of their clothing here, and I think this is cute. It has this like little crossover top. It has a snap here, so it's not too low. It just doesn't look good on me. I think the long sleeve with the ruffle, I'm not sure, there's just something about that, and the gathered waist, it just doesn't look good on me. So with that, I want to give you guys just a couple pointers. So we did have a wedding back early January, and throughout December I ordered a whole lot of dresses from Amazon. And so if you can find a place that offers like free returns and that, it's really nice to order different styles of dresses. So like something that would be considered a pencil skirt, even if you don't feel like you are a pencil yourself, sometimes that style of fit is just right for your shape. You just sometimes don't know until you try it on. You know, things with a gathered waist, things with the empire waist, things with a drop waist, all the different styles like that. It's so good to just order some and try them on so that you can get a feel for what your, like what clothing shape is best for you. I should have known that this was not going to be the shape for me, but I really liked this dress. I love that it has like 2 layers. So the top layer, if I can show this to you guys, the top layer is sheer with the polka dots, and then the inner layer is, you know, this really soft, just I don't know, polyester kind of layer. Anyway, very cute dress. I really actually think the quality is great, but it just doesn't look good on me. Now this dress is more of like a pencil style. It comes in at the waist, and then it comes out at the hips and kind of goes back in a little bit tighter again. Cute. Love the buffalo plaid. It's a nice feel. The top feels, it's a little slippery, I feel like, for the bottom of the skirt, but I actually tried this on with a belt, and that looked very, very cute. So this again is a winner. The sleeves for me again are just a smidge long, but I will just keep those pulled up. I have a couple shirts that have this kind of sleeve, which is just kind of a barely there sleeve, and then it has like a little roll up there, and I thought this was fun. I do love patriotic kind of stuff, and I mean, the blue camel, that's just fun. So I'll wear this in the summer, and it fits good, and that was kind of neat. Now this shirt I was really looking forward to. It is just a staple gray t-shirt with some hearts on it, and it just doesn't fit well. I don't know, something was funny about the armpits and the length of the sleeves, even though when I matched them up, all the seams exactly the same. When I put it on, it just, one sleeve is longer, and it just felt funny. I like the fabric, super thick. It's got kind of like a little stretch, so I really like that. And then I did pick up one of these pajama sets, or what they call a loungewear set. I've kind of always liked tie-dye. I don't wear it very often, but somewhere along the line I saw something that said if you're like over a certain age, you shouldn't wear tie-dye. But anyway, around home, I am going to still wear tie-dye. I thought it was fun, and it's a very nice, I like the waistband here. It's not super cinchy, so it just feels like loose and comfortable, and like I just want to sit in front of my little electric fireplace and hang out. The pants have pockets, and they are fairly deep, so if you like to carry around a phone or a tissue or something like that, that'll work. And then I did pick up 2 scarves. both of the scarves say that they are 100% wool. This scarf here I thought would be very pretty with my blue jacket and the hat that I had gotten for Christmas, and I am going to want this. Sorry for my nails, you guys. I know that that's not the best when I'm doing all this like hand modeling here, but it's just the way today is going. And then this one, love this scarf with kind of the navy blue and the burgundies and things like that. Just very, very pretty. So overall, I'm quite happy with my with all of the items here that BelleLily sent me. And if you want to look at more of their things, click on the link below, and there are hundreds of pages of clothing and jewelry and shoes and like nightwear and just everything. So swimwear, dresses, so much stuff to look through. So, and all at very, very discounted prices. So I hope that you kind of enjoyed a little peek into this and just another review of another online company. I will say that the shipping was pretty quick. Okay, so we are home now. It is 5:30. I'm going to get the oven preheating because we are going to do pizzas tonight. So one thing that is just like a little tiny thing about you know, our family size at home getting less and less. You know, sometimes I have to look for the little joys, because although I'm so happy that they're out and doing their own thing and making their own path in this life and everything, because I mean, that really is what I want for them. Of course, there's always a little smidge that's like, oh, you know, you miss them at home, because they're like, you know, they're my friends. And so it's like, I'm like, oh, I miss them. Anyway, one of the little simple joys is that we get to buy fancier pizzas. When there were 9 of us here, and every once in a while there'd be a friend or something here too, usually if we had frozen pizza, we had to get the cheapest ones that we could find. You know, like price per ounce wise, I would always be searching out the cheapest ones. Usually they were the Aldi ones, sometimes Jack's or Roma's or whatever it happened to be. But now I still get one of the cheaper ones. This was $2.48, and then I picked up this Sam's Choice one. This just looked really good to me, this thin crust with the Philly cheesesteak. I don't know, there was no mushrooms if I read it properly. Right, so that one looked really good to me. And then, of course, we got Warren's favorite, which is Portesi. And, I mean, there were years and years and years that we never bought a Portesi pizza just because it was just too expensive, you know, to try to feed the whole family. Hey, Peter, what's going on?
So all the stocks in the hallway are ones that don't fit me.
That don't fit you anymore?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Why don't you grab a Walmart bag and, like, throw them all. You can take... Nope, that one's ripped. Just take one out of the cupboard. All right, so I'm going to preheat. I'm going to make this one first. And this has to go for $4.25. What am I doing? So the company that I went with to print my cookbook is actually called Morris Press Books. Morris Press Cookbooks. And they send like samples of all, just a bunch of samples for you, which was kind of fun because there were recipes in there and I love recipes. But anyway, so this is a sample. Mine I think is going to be just a smidge thicker than this, but I'm going to try this out into these different mailers and see what works the best now. Yeah, with all, oh my gosh, with all the teenage boy antics, I don't even know if I can film anymore. First the farting, now the twerking. Soon I'm gonna have another teenager.
Put, like, censored.
In August we'll have another teenager. Then we'll have 2 teenage boys in the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Go clean your room.
No.
Go. Yep.
No.
That's too big. It is. I know it's a huge big mess. Sam's making himself a pre-snack. What is this, an hors d'oeuvre? You're having hors d'oeuvres before the pizza?
Yeah, pre-supper snack.
You know, most families cut off snacking an hour before the meal.
Not this family.
So that the kids come hungry to the meal and don't complain.
Oh, trust me, I'm so hungry now, I need some kind of food. I literally have a stomachache because I'm so hungry.
Okay, so it is now 8 o'clock and I wanted to just hop on here quick to let you guys know that that Philly cheesesteak pizza, it's Sam's Choice brand, that was so good. I like Philly cheesesteak. I like specialty pizzas like that, and I thought it was really, really good. This is that new polish that I just bought. I don't know if you guys can see that. I really like that too. I didn't put the top coat on yet because I still want to put a second coat of the color on. And then I'll put the top coat on, but I'm waiting for the kids to go to bed to do that. And then, and so back to the pizza. Even Warren had a piece, and he's not really a specialty pizza kind of guy. He's pretty much cheese and sausage. Maybe you could throw on some mushrooms or something for him, but, and he's like, yeah, this is pretty good. He only had one piece, but he even ate it, so that's saying something. The crust was really good. It's kind of like a thin crust, but not too thin, but it got a nice crunch. Anyway, okay, so I'm editing a video right now. This happens to be the video where I am doing, I'm trying to do a very quick 1 hour and 15 minutes of meal prep to kind of basically prep meals for the whole week, so I kind of have everything ready to go. Well, then we have a huge change of plans. If you guys saw that video, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen that video, I'm not going to tell you in this one. You'll have to go back and watch that one. But yeah, so I'm editing that video, and also while it was kind of, it's at 2% uploading right now, so it's going to be about probably all night long before it completely uploads. But I was just looking over, I've been getting all the emails from PayPal saying that, you know, a cookbook has been purchased, and it gives me like information. Well, anyway, I can see all of the shipping addresses, and I thought, how fun would it be to print off, so let me show you what I did. Today we've been doing our weather unit earlier today, and we had to do a lot of map work. So we're looking at temperatures around the world, like on the same day of the year, what would the temperature be at all these different places around the world. And the kids were really, really enjoying the map work. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to print off all of the states, and then I will go through the shipping, you know, my shipping labels, and what we'll do is put tick marks for each state where there were cookbooks ordered from. And then once we have all of that done, we'll come over to the map, and the kids can, maybe we'll make a key, like if 10 or more cookbooks were ordered from a certain state, it'll be one color, or, you know, that kind of a thing. And I printed off some printable maps as well. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think the kids are going to like it, and it's a good way for them to kind of just sort of see everything that goes into, you know, just doing something like this, you know, having a project and seeing it, you know, come all the way full circle. That's good for them to see. And then also, Peter is so supportive of this. It was so cute. The other day, we took scraps out to the chickens, and there had been a little tiny piece of cranberry bread that for some reason got left on the cutting board, and the next day it was like a little rock hard, you know, crunchy crouton basically, and it got put into the scrap bucket. And when we dumped the scraps, the chickens went right for that piece of cranberry bread, and Peter came, well, I didn't know they did, but Peter came around the corner of the coop, and he's like, Mom, the chickens went for the cranberry bread first, so I'm pretty sure they're going to buy your cookbook. And I thought that was so cute of him to say. So anyway, that's what's going on here. I guess I don't need these even on here when I'm looking into the camera. I heard Warren just tell the kids to get ready for bed, and I heard some electric toothbrushes going, so that's happening. And I think I'm going to go read them a story here while this video, oh, it's at 4% already, while the video uploads, and then I'm going to come back to it after I get them, help get them into bed, and just kind of do the description box, because this has a lot of cooking, so I'm going to put a bunch of recipes and links and things like that, so that's going to take just a little time. So we'll get that going, and then I think that's going to be it. So hopefully by 9:15, I'm hoping that I'm done working on this and basically sitting on the couch, maybe in front of the TV. So, okay, I hope that you guys have a fabulous night, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.